Good morning, everybody. Got my stuff all set up, and got some filters to put in. Got my Vito bags ready to go, and hope everyone has a nice day. See what we can get into. Peace. The brush, everything's brushed out. Got all my connections tightened. I start with the disconnect, work myself back, and right here I'm on the thermostat. So I'll just give these a little crank, just a little one. Not much. You don't want to stress the wire if it's already tight, so you don't want to over tighten it, but you want to just give them a little bit. At least put your hands on everything. And then any terminals that you see that aren't used, just screw them in. It just bothers me. Okay, do it for me. When you do it, you like Dennis did it. That's how we're going to do it. We'll check our capacitor. You only need to pull off one side. Okay. Got my motor. Got a new belt. Let's see. Let's see if we can get this. How's that? Maybe? Okay. New belt. Got my motor loose. On these carriers, it's a 7/16. You don't even have to pull out your ratchet. You can use your impact. And it works really good. Loosen up this back side a little bit more. See the 7/16, it fits right in here. Get your light on it. You can actually see it. Get it nice and loose. Loose. So right now we can position our motor the right way. Okay. What I like to do is I like to push this down and get that first one in. Go. I'll show you. You can sneak in. Drill right there. Hit your light. Just slide it in. That. I know you got a good tension, but we'll check the amp draw. We'll see what's it rated for. 4.3 at 460. Let's see what the tag says, just curious. And then the tag says 3.4. I've never understood this, but it is what it is. So, they do have the economizer hooked up, so that's good. So we'll check this, make sure our tension's good. Get an amp draw. Got my NorCal Dave special, UEI DL429. I think me and Dave picked this up on the same week. I think I got this thing about 2.5 years ago, and I picked it up on, I think, the first week they had it out. I saw the Bluetooth, and I was like, oh shit, that is cool as hell. And I think I paid about $233 for it, which wasn't bad at the time. I think they're only about $1.80 now, so look at that view. Whew. It's freaking awesome. That is freaking sweet, man. So we'll get our cap checked out. Let's see. Get our meter turned on. Get it in the microfarads. It's cool if you hook this up to your phone, you can change it through your phone, through the app. It's pretty sweet. That one there. It's hard to do shit one-handed. It really is. That one there. That one there. So it's a 5 cap, 4.9. That's good. Make sure you put your wire back on. Make sure it's nice and tight. Check the other ones while you're there. Someone cut this for smoke shutdown. And you can always throw the jumper across, but if you cut this one, if you cut this PMR one, this triple one, you're fucked. There's no way to jump. So 2.8 amps. It's rated for a 4-point, so that's good. They got their heat on. So capacitor's checked, everything's dusted out, connections are tight. I'm gonna recommend the contactor. It's a 30 VA, 30 FLA. So I got my tension good on here, my amps are good. And pretty much just going to get her tidied up, put some new screws in, and good to go. And then I'll be on to my next one. I got another PM. I'll see what we can get into, and you know, might just be a nice little chill day. It's still warming up out here. Today's not too bad out, at least I got the sun. If your screws are stripped, put some new screws in. Don't be a lazy bagazy. Do your job. Screw, 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 screw. Disconnect. Coil. Good. These are all tight. Why they don't put one right here drives me bad shit, but whatever. This is all nice and tight. Put a couple screws in. This wasn't holding on too tight. Filters labeled. Filters labeled. Belt labeled. Belt labeled. Always make sure you have all your tools. Make sure your disconnects on. Make sure you pick up your garbage. Look around the roof. See if there's any garbage that you missed. And, you know, make sure everything's tidied up. Always tight on there. And they're good to go. So, alright guys. See what we can get into on the next one. See you in a few. Later. Enough. Got the sun full blazing, no clouds. Whew, a little bit of wind, not too bad. So I found a whole bunch of belts just laying in the unit. So make sure you take belts out. It makes no sense to leave that many belts in there. You know, you could leave one in there. That'd be okay. See the best looking one down there. Oh, garbage. Make sure you get all your connections tightened. That contactor has got to go. What is that, a 20 FLA for the blower? Okay, I'll check that. This is, if you guys don't have this thermostat screwdriver, it's literally the shit. It's this one, it rotates on the back of your hand. It's Klein 32581. But it works really good, especially for this stuff. When you have one hand, you can really get there with it, and it works really good. Always make sure you check your contactors, take these off, put them back on. Some guys leave these off or leave them on the bottom of the unit. If there's one contactor in there, yeah, sure. So, not too bad, a little pitting. Not bad though. So we'll make sure that we put this bad boy back on. Oh, hope everyone's having a good day. Hopefully it'll start warming up here soon, and we can start getting into our cooling calls, which will be awesome. I'm excited for that. Alright. I don't think this one does it have an economizer? No. Just a fresh air. Let me check and see if there is an economizer in here. Hold on. Let me sec. Wire it the right way. It's got the 3 wires, which is the way it should be. This will only energize when your fan comes on. That's the only time this thing will come on. So if you guys ever try to jump out your cooling and you're not getting any power to this, the fan has to come on first to energize the jades. So, alright, we'll check operation on this and jump it out and see what we got. We should have a economizer because it's pretty cold out here. So let me get my jumpers put on and get the filters in. Wire it the right way. It's got the 3 wires, which which is the way it should be. This will only energize when your fan comes on. That's the only time this thing will come on. So if you guys ever try to jump out your cooling and you're not getting any power to this, the fan has to come on first, energize the Jades. So, alright, we'll check operation on this and jump it out and see what we got. We should have a economizer because it's pretty cold out here. So let me get my jumpers put on and get the filters in. Cooling jumped out. Get this on real quick. Hold on. Oh. Alright. And it said outdoor air sensor failure. So I took it apart. I redid the wires. Make sure everything's nice and tight. And we'll see if it pops up again. If it pops up again, see, outdoor air is still gauge air. So this sensor's bad, the outdoor air sensor. You should be able to run this without the outdoor air. You should only need the mix. The mix is what you need on the schematic, so let's try that. Where'd my little screwdriver go? You shouldn't need the outdoor air. You should only need your mixed. That's what I was told. Should only need mixed. And if it pops up again, then we know that we have a problem with the Jade too. So let's see. Outdoor air silk H air. Yep, so it's gonna need a new Jade. And now it's gonna act quirky. It'll come back on. Alright. Well, we'll get them a new outdoor air sensor. And then a new Jade. The outdoor is the mix and the mix is the outdoor. And we'll see what happens. Outdoor air silk H air. So it's still throwing that. Let me try to switch the sensors real quick. I went through the schematic again. On the Jade, I downloaded the PDF, and on the PDF it shows that you only need the MAT sensor for this to work. You do not need the outdoor or the return or the enthalpy for this to work. You only need the mixed air. And I knew that, so that's why when I disconnected it and it's still telling me an outdoor air sensor failure, that's not right. And nowhere in the manual does it say to replace the Jade controller. Just from past experiences, I've had this where it'll say that, you know, the outdoor air sensor has failed, but it won't even be connected. Like, I'll go up and it'll just be a mixed air, and it'll throw a code for the outdoor air, which is not connected. At that point, I did call the tech support back in the day, and they did tell me that you got to replace the module. So we'll get a new module quoted out for this one and a new sensor. But I did try to switch them. I just tried to get it to work, and either way I did, it doesn't matter. But I figured try to switch the sensors around and you know, try to play with it a little bit, see if I can get it to work. But no such luck. Like I said, Jades only need the MAT. They do not need those silk bus or the outdoor air temperature sensor for it to work. Those are kind of like an accessory, so it just needs the mixed air. So that'll determine how much economizer needs to be open with the mixed air. So it's going to try to deliver 55-degree air. But anyway, so we'll get that quoted out, and that's pretty much my day. So you guys like, subscribe, and we'll see you later. Peace out. You had your mixed air, but not your outdoor. It just hit temperature, so this needs a new outdoor air sensor in the Jade. And then I need to take out this and reset it, because when I hit open, it closes, and when I hit close, it opens. So someone didn't put this on the proper way. So we'll get that all closed. Sum that one up. I switched the sensors. If you scroll through the menu, it won't read the sensor still. If you put your mixed air to your outdoor, if your mixed air reads, swap it to your outdoor, it doesn't read, swap it back. If it reads, you need to replace the Jade, because the Jade only needs the mixed air to operate. So that's it. Gonna get it quoted out. And any questions on that, I'm pretty good with the Jade. So let me know. That's pretty much it for me. So like, subscribe, tell your grandma, tell DJ Wright about me, and have a wonderful day. Later.